Hey, whoa, little man. Good morning, you sexy sons of bitches. I am still the Rockabilly Rambler, even though my uploading practices are less than satisfactory. Been working on the Chop Top Camry, 96 V6 motor, auto tranny, of course. Codenamed the Gringo. I semi-successfully managed to cut the windshield. I broke the edges. I got a crack here. These cracks, these vertical cracks, I did it while cutting it. I didn't score it well enough, and that happened. The other cracks are there from when I removed the windshield from the car. A little tricky. The Harbor Freight windshield removal tool isn't quite up to the task. It removed the rear glass easy enough, but the front glass had an edge up to here. And this line is where the glue starts, and the blade only goes up to like right here. So the Harbor Freight windshield removal tool did not help me. I ended up having to use dollar store knives with a torch to melt the glue that was holding the windshield on originally. That might have been the people that replaced the windshield the first time I showed you guys the car had been in an accident. Both windshields had been replaced, and both ledges where the windshield rides were super rusty. I don't think that was Toyota's fault. That was whoever worked on it. It might have been the Toyota dealership's fault. I finished welding up the roll cage. I welded it up to the body. Down here I had flanges left over from where I made the fence, and they have holes in them. I thought about bolting them on, just because I didn't feel like welding on that sound deadening. I didn't feel like removing it. Finished the seat bench. It's not finished. The bottom isn't bolted to anything. It's hinged, and then it's got these gate bolts holding it up, so it'll fold down into a bed. I do intend on living in the car for a little bit while I tour with my musical acts. Yeah, you know, Rockabilly Brownlow, rocking in your town. Probably not going to be making YouTube money anytime soon, and probably not going to be known enough to sell merchandise. So I'm not going to have hotel money for fucking sure, like maybe ever. So I will be camping out in the car whilst I tour. I cut up the body so that the rear window could fit. It doesn't fit perfect. It fits good enough. It's flushed from here to here. I'm happy. I'm gonna make a buck of the windshield so that I can make a frame for it, so that I can weld it in and mount it solid. It's just floating right here. I could have braced the original window frame and cut it all out. Cut down here and even into the trunk, but I didn't feel like cutting down here, because it was going to take a lot of time and money with blades, and a lot of welding to weld it back in. So I figured this would be easier. I got the whole sheet of sheet metal. I've only used a little bit of it. This is where I tried to extend it when I originally chopped it, when I thought I was going to keep the steel roof skin. Like I said, Grandpa tripped, fell on it, dented the shit out of it, and it doesn't fit anymore. Without the structural rigidity of the car, it's just a piece of sheet metal, and once it's dented, it's dented. There's no fixing it. So this is pretty ugly. I don't like it. It's whatever. I got my canvas roof in about a month and a half ago. The guy I ordered the twisty bits are from Spring, Texas. When I bought them, he offered free local pickup. It took him about a month to send them. Pretty butthurt. I don't know if this stuff tears out. There's a couple of rogue holes where I tacked it on first so that I could get it moist and tight. It's a little loose, but of course it's not tied to anything in the back. This stuff is actually really easy to work with. I could have done a better job curving this out, but I was in a hurry. See, it's pretty cloudy today. It was pretty cloudy the other day and it rained a lot. It's like the third time the car floods. I was super butthurt. So I took a little bit of time off of other people's projects to work on it because roof. So I needed the torch to remove the windshield. And I don't know. They don't let you bring a torch into the junkyard. So I don't know how I'm going to get a new windshield. I'm hoping a glass shop out there somewhere. I know they still exist because I've seen the videos of them doing it. If anybody knows anything about anyone who can cut my glass for me, that'd be great. They're kind of expensive. I don't want to learn by destroying 10 of them because that's going to be a lot of money. I don't do all that many chop tops. It's not really cost effective for me to learn how to cut glass. I don't want to go buy a new windshield and do this number to it. I'm going to leave the duct tape on there to hold it together.